Public forum. There are no public forum presentations this morning. Deputations by appointment. There are no deputations by appointment. Item 6, presentation of petitions. There are none. Item 7, the performance exceptions report. Peter, I'd invite you to the table to present this report. Thank you.
Right, thank you and good morning. This report is it's the year-end performance report. It's consistent with the previous months, the 3 or 4 previous months. In short, we finished the year in terms of levels of service down about 6%, almost entirely due to COVID-related impacts. To be honest, given the extent of the lockdown and the impacts through the economy and society, a 6.5% drop for the 19-20 year is actually, I won't say good, but it's unexpectedly low. I would have anticipated the impacts to be higher. What this reflects is that council services largely continued during the lockdown, other than those areas where the closure was mandatory. So the exceptions, the key exceptions, there are 1 or 2 related to unplanned interruptions on water supply, complaints per household on wastewater, passenger journey time on public transport infrastructure. These are relatively standard levels of service that are always prone and at risk anyway. So the bottom line of our levels of service for the year is that we finished well, slightly down due to COVID and with the usual suspects where the achievement of the level of service is difficult anyway. I'm happy to field questions as we go if you want to. The wrap-up on capital is much the same, and you'll get more detail from Ruth in the following report. But at a high level, looking at projects all of life, the major projects are at 65% and cycleways at 77%. Again, down slightly, mostly due to COVID impacts of being unable to construct during the lockdown. There is a list of completion date changes there, and the watch list has had some projects removed, so Riccarton Bus Priority and New Brighton Hot Water Pools, and some projects added on the Avon Corridor and some safety improvements. So standard, relatively steady set of results for the year with some COVID impact. There is an appendix there of the level of service exceptions. These will appear in the annual report. As a proportion of the overall work that council does, these exceptions are quite small, but they are brought to council on an exception basis. So that's the high-level view. I'll be happy to field any questions arising from that.
Thank you, Peter, for that introduction. And realising, of course, that there may be questions which are capable of being answered by Peter or other staff that are in the room. If that's not the case, then in the interest of time, what I'd be suggesting is that we would get a written answer to questions if we're not able to get a verbal answer from the people that are in the room today, although we've got an array of staff so that we are able to get answers, hopefully, where possible. So on questions, Melanie.
They're working?
That's perfect. Thank you.
So my question is about the wastewater for Helen, I suppose. Or, it says about the 95% for the wastewater network, and it's at 93.6, and we've got the shortfall in funding for the following year. I was wondering if this is one of the things that can be accelerated with the money from the government if we sign up to the MOU.
So that's the CCTV inspection of the wastewater system, is that the one that you're looking at?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that is one of the candidates that we've put up for funding as part of the acceleration fund.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you. Any further questions on this report? No further questions. That's fine. So we've got a resolution to receive the information provided in the performance exceptions report, which I'm happy to move. Jimmy Chen will second. Any debate? All those in favour say aye. Aye. Against? That's carried. Thank you.